Welcome to the MS&Me Radio Network. The broadcast shows are for informational and entertainment purposes only. They are not designed to provide listeners with specific personal, medical, or counseling advice. Individuals with a medical issue should always consult their healthcare provider. MS&Me is not responsible for content of individual shows. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own. Enjoy the show.
Hey y'all, and welcome to Straight Up with MS and all its crazy little circles here on MS&Me Radio, brought to you by the Global MS Support System. Or is that the MS Global Support Network? Oh my gosh, I'm already confused. Before I forget, I'm your host, Patty Long, and you can find me at MS in It for Life. And I spell that MENIT, the number 4, LIFE. And, you know, it is for life. It's a fact. And, you know, we have to figure out how to make our way through this with MS and still be happy and still live good, full lives. Today is Thanksgiving. And, you know, there's all kinds of things people are thankful for. But today I'm thankful for the closet. I know, that sounds odd. But I am, you know. And people are in the closet for lots of different reasons. Sometimes they're embarrassed to come out of the closet. Sometimes they're afraid that they're going to be ridiculed if they come out of the closet. Sometimes they're just afraid that they might lose their friends, their family, or their jobs if they come out of the closet. You know, there's all these different reasons that people are in the closet. And, you know, sometimes they're in the closet just because they forget to tell you things. Like I do. You know, I have this memory that just goes poof and it's gone. So, like, I might not have told y'all back when I did an episode way, way long ago. Well, it seems way long ago. Probably close to a year and a couple of months or so ago. I'm not quite sure. But it was called Potty Training 102. And I might have forgotten to tell y'all that there's a huge difference between urgency to have to go and incontinence. I mean, these are two completely different things. And when it's urgency, you know you've got to go, but you got to get there quick. And when it's incontinence, well, you don't even really know you got to go. And sometimes you don't even know after you've went that you've gone because, you know, like for me, I didn't feel anything. So I didn't know, which can be really embarrassing. So those are all reasons and valid reasons why we're in the closet. And, you know, and when I first, you know, in that episode that I did, Potty Training 102, you know, because it's the second time. We've all been potty trained when we were little kids, or babies or whatever. But, you know, sometimes, you know, we have to start again. And that's kind of what MS does. MS gives you this chance to start these things again because it is possible to retrain. Now, my connections are not anything like they were prior to this disease hitting me the way it did. But I have solved so many issues, and I'm very thankful for that. And when I was working on this problem of incontinence and using the techniques I talked about, which did work and does work for both problems, it's not just for people who have urgency issues, but doing the exercises and doing these things to retrain your body can work for incontinence and urgency. And it can also work for retention, because you also have to be able to let go, not just hold it. So it works for all of those. But when I first started being able to tell that I had to go, I didn't feel it in the normal fashion. I felt it in my legs. I know, that sounds weird, but that's where I felt it. I felt the shiver in my thighs. And I felt a lot of weird things back then. And the shiver in my thighs, it took me a little while to figure out what it was, because it would get worse and worse. And that shiver would turn to really bad pain in my legs and all in my thighs. Now, this isn't a connection that I put together instantly, but I did figure out that this is my body's way, my body's new way of telling me I needed to go to the bathroom. I know, that's weird. And see, these weird things that happen to us, we often end up finding ourselves in the closet about them. And then there's times when we're in the closet just because we really don't know enough to be out of the closet. Maybe we're trying to process what's going on still because it's a new diagnosis that we're facing, or maybe it's an issue that's brand new, a new symptom, or something that we just don't understand. So we don't talk about it because we can't really explain anything. And we already have a hard enough time with people trying to understand us when we do know what we're talking about. So if it's something we don't know what we're talking about, maybe we keep it to ourselves. And I've mentioned that I have things besides MS. If you've been listening to my show or know me from Twitter, then you probably already know that I had a brain tumor, that it was a meningioma, so it was non-cancerous, but it caused a lot of problems, and it was behind my eye, and it was shooting up into my brain and left me with this massive amount of damage in the frontal lobe, my right frontal lobe, and the underside in the center of my brain. So, because it mushed everything up and out of its way. So I've been left with that damage. And I talk about that sometimes on here. But I've also got another autoimmune condition that I may have mentioned in passing, kind of. It's undifferentiated mixed connective tissue disease. And the reason why I'm in the closet about that is because I don't know enough about it. It's still undifferentiated, meaning they don't know what kinds of connective tissues are involved. And until it shows itself well enough to know, what's involved and which types of tissue, because there's all kinds of tissues in your body, and they're all separate. They're all different. Those tissues that connect your muscles, those are different from the ones around your lungs, which are different from the ones around your heart or your lungs, or I said your lungs, but they're different, they're different kinds. The tissue in your brain is different. So there's, all these different kinds of tissues. So I don't really know enough about it to even discuss it because I don't know what kinds of tissues are involved. So mostly I just forget about this diagnosis and stick with the things that I do know about when I talk to people, like MS and the meningioma. So I guess I'm kind of sort of still in the closet about this MCTD, which stands for mixed connective tissue disease. So, there's lots of reasons that people can be in the closet. And, then you think about it, and maybe they're just in the closet in a more literal sense, like I am right now. Yeah, it's really cold outside, and it's kind of windy, and I have a little house, but a very open floor plan. And so with this open floor plan that I have, because when I moved here, my children were really little. My youngest was 3, and I wanted to be able to keep an eye on what they were doing. I wanted to be able to participate in things, even though I was cooking dinner, washing clothes, or whatever. I still wanted to be able to see my kids. I wanted to be able to know that my little one wasn't eating something he shouldn't be. He was 3, and 3-year-olds don't really put a lot in their mouth usually, but sometimes they do, so I didn't want to have any issues. And so when they were building our house, I wanted an open floor plan. But this means that pretty much everywhere in my house echoes. So, not like as in me sitting there on the couch talking to somebody, but as far as my microphone is concerned, it echoes in here. So today I'm in the closet, literally. And it's a great place to be. Closets for me are kind of happy places to be. They, my grandchildren now, because my family has all grown, but my grandchildren now, when they come to visit me and we play hide and seek, hiding amongst the clothes in my closet is their favorite place, and actually the only place they hide, unless their uncle is kind of leading them by the hand and takes them somewhere else to hide. So when he's not here, they're back to hiding in the closet. So I think since, closets become comfortable places from the time we're little bitty. And I know my grandchildren aren't the only ones who, when you play hide and seek with them, run straight for a closet. And I'm sure that I did. Now, I also did the thing where you just covered up your eyes, and if I couldn't see you, I didn't think you could see me. Now, this is a story that gets told all the time in my family because everybody thought it was so funny that I just covered up my eyes. Now, I don't remember this. I don't remember it. I might have been 2 or 3 and maybe even older. I don't know because I don't remember it. Never did. I know it was before I moved to Atlanta because I have very vivid memories of moving there and being there, but I was 5. So those memories from before that, I guess since we moved, are kind of iffy. Some things I remember, but not very much. And this is a story that's told all the time about how I would be playing hide and seek and just sit there and cover up my face and say, you can't see me because I can't see you. It was one of those kind of deals. But closets can be so comfortable. And on a day like today, on Thanksgiving, when we are surrounded by family and there are big crowds or bigger crowds, we often need a place to escape to, somewhere quiet, somewhere that we can just rest and gather what little thoughts we might have, or just blank out our mind completely, which is really easy for me, by the way, and think of nothing. So we might go somewhere besides a closet, like a bedroom, but the closet represents the same thing. It's a safe place, no matter what the reason why you're in the closet. Whether it's one of the ones I've already mentioned, or not, being in the closet is a safe place. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all wrong with that. And I know that I am still in the closet with many things. I haven't told all. And, it's kind of hard to tell all because I don't remember what I've told and what I haven't told. So at some point, I'm going to need to listen to all of my shows again so that I can come out of the closet with those things I haven't said. Because when I don't talk about something, unless it's something that I really don't have any inkling of what I'm talking about, I just don't remember that I haven't told you guys, or I don't remember the issue, and I've had many, 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 many issues solved, and I'm still working on solving more. So, there's reasons to be in the closet, and I am definitely in the closet today for the comfort of the closet. And there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. There is nothing wrong with having to hide out. Now, y'all will be hearing this after Thanksgiving, and I should have done this ahead of Thanksgiving. But I don't want anybody to feel bad if they were in the middle of this big family event and their head starts pounding, or you're just like whipped, or you're just sick of everybody outside of the closet. So you hide in the closet. And that's normal. There's nothing wrong with hiding out from everybody else who is driving you nuts, who is not being very kind, those people who just don't understand and want to call you lazy. There is no reason to feel guilty if you found yourself hiding in the closet on the holiday. So I am very thankful for the closet. And I know this sounds weird. And I wonder how many other people are in the closet about being thankful for the closet. I mean, really, are you thankful for your closet? Are you thankful to be allowed to be in the closet and to make these choices for yourself? I am. Now, I didn't have a choice when it came to my diagnosis or telling people that I had this disease because, shoot, I started out in the first attack with no eyes, no legs, no arms, no thinking ability, very little in the way of communication skills. I couldn't keep up with other people talking to understand what they even said. I'd catch a word here and a word there, and of course, that doesn't make much sense. And sometimes I would catch a couple of words and I'd get the meaning right. Or get the meaning of what they were saying wrong. So that was not helpful to me. So I am very thankful for having the opportunity to hide out from everybody and being in the closet in that literal sense, because I couldn't be in the closet any other way. It was too obvious, way too obvious. So today I am extremely thankful for my mama and daddy, my children, my entire family, my grandkids, everybody. I am extremely thankful for all my friends that I have made since my diagnosis, because I lost every friend I'd ever had prior to my diagnosis. So, and I shouldn't say every friend, I had one friend. One friend. And that one friend was someone that I'd known for years, but that I very rarely see. But when I do see him out and about, he's always kind to me. He does not judge me. He doesn't think I'm lying to him. And I am thankful for that. I am thankful for all the people that I have met online, because, they say that, online friendships aren't real. Well, let me tell you what, online friendships are real. I know this for a fact. I met Tony Hadfield online while he was doing his wobbly walk across the UK to raise funds for MS patients to get treated by oxygen therapy, this hyperbolic chamber. And I've actually seen people go into the chamber and come out feeling so much better. So this is one of those things that isn't proven to work, but it makes sense, smoking bad, oxygen good. So why wouldn't it be a good thing for you? Oxygen heals. Why wouldn't it be a good thing? But of course, we have to prove it in order to be allowed to have that sort of treatment here in the U.S. So I'm rather frustrated by the fact that we haven't got proof, but it makes sense. So anyways, that was a very real friendship that I made online. And it's a fact. I went there. Tony Hadfield's family, actually, I had met his daughter online, Adele, and she's wonderful. Oh my gosh, is she wonderful. His whole family was wonderful, and they took me in as if I was a part of the family. And I stayed with them the whole time that I was in Sheffield. And it was wonderful. It was the most wonderful feeling. So I have made a lot of other good friends online, and I've mentioned some of them. Lori Cabral, who has invited me to come to her house this summer. And then there are people like Chris DeBeth. Chris is one of the sweetest guys. And, I could go on and name people. Randy Patrick, I don't know if he considers me his friend online or not, but I do. I consider him my friend online. And I'd love to do kind of a tour to go around and meet everybody. And then these friendships wouldn't be just online. But I am very thankful for the MS community. I am very thankful for my online friends. I am very thankful for this radio station and for Erica Lyons Richardson and everything she has been through and all of her knowledge that she shares with all of us on the website. And when you talk to her, she knows about the seizures that I have been having. So she has been a great comfort to me, even though I've not met her in person. So online friendships can be real, despite what the people on the Late Late Show were talking about the other night. I think they're wrong. And I think online friendships are so very important to those of us with MS because so many of us are in the closet, and you can be out of the closet online. Even while you're sitting in the closet, you can be out of the closet. So, there's nothing wrong with it. And I am thankful that we have the right to be in the closet when we want to be. That we do not have to tell all if we don't want to. We are not on anybody else's time schedule. We are on our own. And so today, as I'm giving thanks for my friends, my family, the roof over my head, the food that I eat, my dog, my son's cat that's so cute, I'm also going to be saying I am thankful for the closet. And, it's crazy, I know, but I am. So I still don't know how many others there might be. But if you're in the closet about being thankful for the closet, let me know. And my time is already up. So until next time, smile big, smile often, laugh a lot, and most importantly, love yourself, your whole self, even your wacky MS part, because it is so important to love yourself. Thanks for listening, guys. I love you. Bye.